Hello, and thank you for welcome to Kingsport Tool Review. My name's Gary, and today we're going to be looking at a product called iFIXIT. This is a IT tool that's used by IT professionals. I've just recently been acquainted with this company. I bought this at Best Buy. iFIXIT isn't sold at what I would consider a regular tool store. They're not sold on tool trucks. It's not sold in hardware stores, or it's sold in computer stores, and it's also sold in places like Best Buy. If you have a Staples, they carry it. So does Office Depot. Basically, this is a set of a screwdriver with a set of bits in it for working on computers, cell phones, copy machines, any type of electronics, really, flat screen TVs. And I thought I'd get one and just check it out, see what it's all about. So let's open up the iFIXIT Tech. This is the iFIXIT Tech Pro Kit is what this is called. Let's open it up and see what we got inside. First off, this is a very nice canvas wrap that it comes in. The first thing I want to look at is it comes with one of these things. This is the anti-static strap. This is the strap that you would want to put around your anti-static strap that you'd want to put around your wrist, and then connect this to trying to do this one-handed. Connect the alligator clip to a grounded piece of metal. So that's the first thing that's in here. The next thing that we see in here is a suction cup. This, what I would imagine, is we're working on mainly cell phones. You'd put that down on the cell phone screen if you wanted to take it off without damaging the screen. And this is very difficult to get it back in one-handed, but I did it. Then you have these little picks. You have 3 of these. Let's see what's the best way to slide it out. These little picks are like when you're opening prying apart the little plastic containers on cell phones or laptops, computers. One second. Okay, I wasn't able to get that back in with one hand, so it took just a second. And over here we have these little guitar pick thing. I don't know what these are called, but they look like guitar picks. And basically, these are basically another type of pry to pry plastic apart, or to pry apart bits and pieces of glass. And once again, I'm not going to be able to get it back in with one hand. I'm going to have to. I might be able to. Nope. Nope. One moment. Okay, I got that back in. That was actually difficult with 2 hands. And then it comes with, I'm going to fold that back. Then it also comes with different types of tweezers. Here's some backwards tweezers, and these are actually well made. I want you to look at the thickness on the metal of that. These are actually very well made tweezers. This is the backwards set. Then you have the 45-degree angle set. With the I like how they have the ionized tips on it. It's also coated in plastic. I don't know if that's coming across on camera focus. My camera doesn't seem to want to focus on it. But this is actually coated They give you these little protector sleeves. Again, I'm trying to do this with one hand as I'm holding the camera with the other. Then they give you a set of straight tweezers. Another little plastic pick. It also has a little wire hook on the end of it to pull a wire out if you need to. That way, if you hook it onto a wire and need to pull it up, it's got that. Then we have another pick. Again, this is made for prying apart little pieces of cell phones and laptop computers that you need to go in and the plastic snap together and you need to go through and twist it apart. This is basically the same thing, but this is a metal version. I don't know if you can see the knurling. Oh, come on, camera, focus. This has got some very good knurling on it. It's barely coming across on the camera, but it's very good knurling, very good grip. You can run my fingernail on it, hear it. And then it's got the kind of a knife-shaped pry on one side and a flat one on the other. Again, this is just another pry tool. Then you have another pry tool. Again, this one is actually just a very thin piece of metal. But now we're going to get to the heart and soul of the iFIXIT Protect Kit. Okay, and I'm not going to be able to open this with one hand, so I'm going to place this on hold for just a second. Okay, I got it open. Now here's where this kit really shines. And first off, I want you to notice this right here. This is a magnet. This whole piece here is just a big magnet. And that's where if you're working on computers, if you're working on a copy machine, if you're working on any type of telephone, television, you take those little bitty screws out, you place them on this magnet, and you won't lose them. Also, the lid to this kit, this lid actually doubles as a tray to put your little screws and bits and pieces in. And it even has a little divider in it. Very ingenious design. Now we're getting to the good stuff. And that is the bit kit. I'm going to try to zoom in and get a close-up of all these different bits. I mean, just every kind of bit you can think of. And there's bits in here that I didn't even know existed. Of course, you have your small Phillips screwdrivers. I don't know what this is. This is an X-shaped bit. And you have these two triangle bits. Some type of really tiny Torx bit. This one, I don't even know what that would be called. Then we have a whole row of flatheads. Here's those little bitty nuts that you sometimes see on electronics. If you're like me, you're bad to remove those with a pair of needle nose pliers, which I've done on many occasions. But here's, wow, the knurling on these are really good. Really good knurling on this. It's slot style, which is called universal style a lot of times, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I've never seen a nut that small. So you have 6 little bitty nuts. Let's see what sizes these are. This is a 3.3 nut driver. 3.3. This is a 64 and a half or 64.5. This one doesn't even have a listing on it. Let's go on to the next row. These are some very tiny Torx, very little bitty tiny Torx. This is for getting into, I mean, this one is literally, I've got needles larger than that. This is for getting those little bitty, itty bitty tiny, almost screws out of like an Apple phone or a Galaxy cell phone. We have some more Phillips bits. We have, I don't even know what these are called. I've seen these before. Ironically, where I've seen these is in those tamper-proof screws in bathrooms, so nobody can take the door off the hinges. And then we got some hex bits. We have some more bits here that are so tiny that I can't even tell what they are. And then here's some super small hex bits. More nut drivers. What sizes are these? It doesn't have a size listed on it. These are some more nut drivers. This one does have a size on it. It says it's a 2.5, a 2.5. This one is a 3.0. This one is a 3.5, which is interesting because this one over here is also a 3.5. I mean, some little teeny tiny screws. Let's get out the screwdriver. Now I have to say this screwdriver is very well made. Very well made. Look at the knurling on this. Feels really good in your hand. Spins real easy. Excuse me. This may actually be one of the best bit drivers that I've ever owned. This thing is really nice. And then you have this flexible extension. Flexible bit extension. I've owned things like this in the past. I've never had good luck with these, regardless of what the brand is. And then the corners have these magnets, and this lid is actually held on by magnets. Yeah, it goes on much easier than it comes out. And then it sits on top of that magnet. Okay, so that is it. That is the iFIXIT Pro Tech Kit in all of its glory. And of course it velcros shut. Like I said, these are sold at mostly computer stores and places like Best Buy and Best Buy. If you still have a Circuit City, I know there's a few of those still around. They carry it. The one I've never heard of iFIXIT until about 3 or 4 years ago. Apparently they've been around since 2002. as I was saying just a moment ago, iFIXIT has apparently been around since 2002, but I never heard of them until about 2016, 2017. And it's a branded tool that just in the last few years, this company has really established themselves as being to IT tools what Klein is to electrical tools, or what Snap-on is to automotive and mechanical tools. You know, they have become the brand when it comes to doing IT work. I've noticed that we have an IT guy where I work, and I've noticed he carries the iFIXIT. I've noticed several videos on YouTube where a lot of people are doing, or a lot of IT professionals are also carrying the iFIXIT kit. And something else that I've noticed as well that I've been really impressed with is if you're on YouTube or if you're on Twitter, iFIXIT actually has tutorials for DIYers that want to buy these kits. If you're a DIYer and you want to work on taking apart a laptop computer or need to fix something on a laptop computer, iFIXIT actually gives you tutorials on how to do that. And I was really impressed with that. In fact, I don't know of another tool company that does that. So I want to give a kudos to them for that. That's really impressed that they do that. They also have tutorials on how to fix an iPhone, fixing Galaxy S5, cell phones, working on things like Sony PlayStations, Xboxes. They have tutorials on how to work on those, to fix problems with those, and even where to buy the parts from to fix it. And I was real impressed with that. Not that I work on Xboxes and don't own an Xbox, and don't plan to buy one right now either. That's just not my thing. But but I'm impressed that this company is out there telling you how to do that, and they also, like I mentioned, they also tell you where to order the parts from. Where if you have an Xbox or a PlayStation or a laptop that you need to work on, they give you tutorials on how to do it and where to buy the parts from. And I'm just so impressed with that. I really like this kit. Honestly, I don't see me using this kit a whole lot. It does sell for around $65 to $70, depending on where you buy it at. I think I gave $68 for it at Best Buy. Your mileage may differ. I do think it is a wonderful kit. It is a good kit. There's a lot of bits in there that I don't even know the names of, that I've never even seen before. But again, I'm not taking apart cell phones either. But that's the iFIXIT Tech Pro kit. Alright, well, thank you very much, and thank you for watching Kingsport Tool Review. Now get back to work.